I was a woman. And for that time, it was always male energy in sales.
The real estate market is primarily defined by sales of residential, commercial, land.
I was 19 years old in Dubai Properties when it was not actually Dubai Properties.
How's the latest role changed your perspective on real estate, and which of these segments did you enjoy most?
Retail. I don't know if you've heard about the 7 new malls coming up very soon.
No, can you share that with us? Give us
Yeah.
some insight. Welcome back to another episode of Leased podcast. Ramadan Mubarak to you all. Today I've invited a long-term friend and colleague, a special individual that's Emirati. She's been in the industry for over 20 years, started off with Dubai Properties, Amar, before embarking on a retail journey, then moving into industrial, ending it with commercial. I'd like to welcome Buthaina Al-Mulla. Thank you very much for finding the time. Ramadan Mubarak.
رمضان مبارك عليك وعلى العائلة والجميع. Yes, you were absolutely right with the experience and how I grew into this market, the real estate market in Dubai. The funny thing is, I grew with it. So I started when I was 19 years old in Dubai Properties when it was not actually Dubai Properties. It was called something completely different. And I watched it grow as I was growing. After which I ventured into Amar. In Amar, I also started with residential real estate, and
And the malls started kicking off.
one day, Dubai Mall was opening up, and they got called in to assist with the fit out, let's say, and the opening.
But that was a very different challenge to the experience you've initially accumulated, right? Selling residential sales. So when you were thrown into retail, what challenges did you were you approached, right? How did you overcome them? How did that add value to you and your journey?
Okay. So, first and foremost, I'd like to say that it's completely different. In Dubai Properties, it was selling. So the focus was to sell a product, whereas when I ventured into Dubai Mall and then Marina Mall and then the community centers, it was all about leasing. So it was showcasing the product, I would say, differently than what I used to do in Dubai Properties. In Dubai Properties, or Amar Properties, I used to sell the product in a way that would get the client to buy. Whereas in Amar malls and then Marina Mall and so on, it was watching a store venture into my vicinity and watch the client grow there. So you're in Dubai Mall, and then how do I get the client or the retailer to grow, whereas they found Marina Mall an interesting place to explore. And then from there, community center. Something I want to add to that, which was very interesting for me, was Golden Diamond Park. Completely different product. It was not selling real estate assets. or leasing real estate assets. It was more about jewelry. So you had to fall in love with the product that you were showcasing.
Buthaina, given the time you started taking on leasing at Dubai Mall as an Emirati woman, what were your challenges and how did you overcome it?
Okay, it's not just about leasing in Dubai Mall, it was leasing or selling in general. I was a woman. And for that time, it was always male energy in sales. There was there were a lot of men selling such products and not a lot of women. Funny enough, when I entered Dubai Mall, my the how I was brought in was by a woman. She was looking after the retail of community centers in A'mar communities. And then I went into Dubai Mall where my boss, Sally Yaqub, was a woman. And that is how I learned to grow. It was under her guidance and the way she manages her selling tactic, I would say.
So she's been instrumental in your learnings.
Sally Yaqub,
Yeah.
100%. If she's somewhere out there, Sally, thank you.
And then if fast forward a couple of years leasing with Amar, then Dubai Holding, you digressed into industrial. What lured you into that segment?
Different product. And I was very interested in that. I was just very interested in exploring different products to either lease or sell. And that came in. Again, something else that encouraged me or interested me, I would say, was different licensing.
When it comes to industrial leasing.
Yes. I don't know if you're aware of this, but they're called musataha agreements. Have you?
In terms of Musataha, I'm familiar with it when it comes to the Abu Dhabi transactions of land sales, but in Dubai, this is news to me. It's actually very interesting because the real estate market is primarily defined by sales of residential, commercial land. Can you explain to us what Musataha is?
Uh, Musataha is so your license is a DLD license. That is a Dubai land license. And they're mostly very long term agreements. With long term, I mean they range from over 30 years and can go up to 50 years of licenses, where the general DED, Dubai Economic Department license, is annual and has to be renewed annually.
Yes. Um, uh, in terms of industrial areas in Dubai and the free zones or the parks that you've worked on, where are they located? Because the
So,
only one that I'm familiar with is DIP, Dubai Industrial Park.
mhm, mhm.
Does it go beyond that?
Uh, it's different. And the reason why it's different is because they are not free zones. That is how they differ. They are fully land held, very similar to DED in terms of it being locally owned. The license is in any way, shape, or form similar to a free zone.
Husseina, when given that you worked in the industrial segment, were you offering just land or facilities on the land as well?
Not facilities on the land.
Mhm.
It was just the land. And then under the Dubai Industrial Park segment, which is also under TCOM Group, we had different products. There's the land, and then there's labor accommodation, and there are warehouses. Different products, same DED licenses, which differ very much from what TCOM
Yeah.
allows.
Husseina, during your time with Dubai Industrial City, was it challenging to accommodate clients' requests in terms of identifying space for them, given the high demand that was there?
Not at the start of me being there, but eventually. I mean, if you look at the request of land at the moment, it's insane. It's insane. Everybody is looking for land to develop their own products, be it industrial, be it agricultural, be it retail, be it,
Manufacturing.
uh, and a lot more of that, I can say. Um, yeah,
So
that's Dubai at the moment. I
I,
mean, what I can say is a lot of what you see in Dubai at the moment has been developed in Dubai Industrial Park.
and you've experienced it all. I mean, what's interesting about your journey is, again, real estate residential sales is where things really kicked off to attract foreign investors, and this was complemented by free zone clusters. So you worked in residential sales, then moved into retail malls, you negotiating lease agreements, identifying the right tenant that fits within this retail mix, shifting into something that's completely different, such as industrial, and ending with where you currently are, which is shifting into the TCOM group under the Dubai Media cluster, covering Production City, Media City, and other districts, right? So you've got a lot to offer us, given the journey only started from 2002, and you have accumulated 20 plus years of experience. How's the latest role changed your perspective on real estate, and which of these segments did you enjoy most?
I can start with what I have enjoyed the most and what I wouldn't mind going back to. And I don't know whether I can say it's about the product, but I really did enjoy that and I would love to go back to it, considering the fact that it is growing at a massive rate, that being retail. I don't know if you've heard about the 7 new malls coming up
No, can you share that with us?
yeah,
Give us
yeah.
some insight.
Well, it's been advertised all over. It's been spoken about. 7 new malls coming up in Dubai very soon.
You don't think the
Very
mall
soon.
segment is saturated?
Um, Look, um, the population has grown. With the growth
That's
of
true.
with the growth of the population, people need to purchase products, and they are in one way or another aligned.
And are they on the outskirts or within the city? Because along Sheikh Zayed Road, you have ample number of malls that's basically covering, the tourists that are coming in, the residents that are here. Then you have these community centers in every master planned area. So where are they distributed?
I would actually turn the question around to you. And what I would ask you here is, where do you think Dubai has to have more malls, considering the fact that you are in the residential real estate segment? Where will there be more people?
I think within the next 5 years, to 7 years, with the shift of the airport from where it currently is to Al Maktoum International Airport, Dubai South is an ideal location, to accommodate a number of malls, not
Mhm,
only one. It
mhm.
could be up to seven as well, because with that change, a lot of businesses will also shift from where they currently are to the other side of the city, and there's going to be shortage over there, and the distance from Dubai South, to the closest mall, which could be Ibn Battuta or Dubai Marina Mall, is almost a 25-minute to 30-minute drive. That's what comes to my mind. And then obviously, if you go towards the outskirts where the Mac Hills is, Oasis by Amar is coming up, Tilal Al Ghaf, that's also a neighborhood that needs a mall, given the number of townhouses, standalone villas, semi-detached that are within the area itself. But then I could be totally off, and it's coming up, in other locations. Dubai Islands, I believe, has a mall coming up in it. But yeah, that's where my mind goes to immediately.
There you go. You answered your own question.
One of the hottest real estate segments at the moment with Aina is commercial. And that's, currently what you oversee with the clusters you work within. Prices, have gone up in terms of sale value. Leasing per square foot has gone up. There is shortage, a lot of shortage. What are you doing to accommodate new tenants, especially a lot of these international companies that want to move into the UAE, to Dubai specifically? How are you managing those?
So I can only speak about the company I oversee, the mother company I oversee. And what I can say for that is, we still have land and we are still developing commercial products.
And are expressions of interest accepted now or not too early?
Um, we've leased them all.
So there's still
They're
shortage.
they're they're just land and they're gone.
And they're gone. And do you foresee this continuing over the next 3 years?
I do see this going further, just based on the fact that there is still demand. And there is demand coming in for what has already been sold or
Least.
leased. People asking for them, we don't have any.
Do you redirect them elsewhere, or just put them on a waiting list?
Look, we cannot redirect them elsewhere,
To like
simply
a sister
sim-
entity.
simply because all sister entities like us don't have any to accommodate.
This reinforces the strength of the economy, right? And I totally
Absolutely.
agree with you. The outlook on commercial real estate still continues. A lot of developments launched are pretty much sold out when it comes to the commercial segment, right? And there's a shortage of it. In particular, the grade A assets.
What I would add to that is, there is an increase in demand of residential. There are new people coming in, developing or opening companies, opening shops here. So these people need houses. They want to bring their children to go into schools. So that is another factor that we need to think of as well. There's retail. These people need to shop. Look at grocery stores and how many have opened up recently. Different names. There was just one that announced, was it a 60 years? Well, it was long term.
Long-term lease.
Lulu.
Lulu's an economy on its
There
own.
you
I
go.
mean, it's large scale. I think it's even larger than what they call a hypermarket.
Yes.
From selling residential, where your career started off, have you felt underestimated back then in your
Absolute.
ability to sell, being Emirati, trying to convince people of a product that's coastline?
So when we had a non-local sell a product to another non-local, that was the whole point of a freehold product. We tried to attract.
Foreign investors and foreigners.
There you go. And that's how they started coming in. And that's when they started interacting more comfortably with people, let's say, of their own kind.
That's very true. I think that diversity of uh, foreign, expat population has really helped bring in different foreigners to invest in real estate. So during your last, 20 years of experience, who has been very influential in shaping who you are today?
Many, but one person in particular had the major influence on who I am today. My techniques, my strategies, and has definitely helped me grow to who I am today. And that is Abdullah Bilhol. I'm very confident in saying that that was the one and only who helped me become who I am today. So the person sitting in front of you, the person speaking to you right now, came out of Abdullah Bilhol's umbrella.
That's great to know. Has there been a woman that has been influential in shaping, your career or deploying her learnings for you to succeed as well?
Well, yes. And yes, because if you go into any, let's say, TCOM group park and you mention that name, Doctora Amina, all they have to say is
Positive.
nothing but positivity, nothing but helping in TCOM become what it is today. And not just that, the thought of the different parks that have been developed under TCOM Group came with her encouragement and her vision and what she saw Dubai grow into. That's what I would say.
No, it's great. I'd like to thank you very much for your time and joining us on Maylist podcast. I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, or comment. Ramadan Mubarak.